Okay, so now the machine is already running, ventilation is on, the dryer is at 50 degrees because we need to prepare all the line to run with the aluminum. We can go straight to the description of this demo job number 2. So Gianni, please, can you explain what we're going to see?
Yes, so welcome you again for the last demo today. As Nanni said, this is an inner liner. Why we chosen this kind of demo respect to the other? We wanted to change completely the configuration of the line. This morning we had 2 different plastic film. Today we have aluminum foil 8 micron and paper. Why this reason? Because the pilot line capability want to show his broadest range of material. We can also run on this machine non-woven, polyester fiber, glass fiber for different type of applications. So to show this, we chosen to have a completely different range of material. Well, what are the main characteristics? Wet lamination. Yes, this morning we had a dry lamination, so completely different process. What are the target? The target today is not the transparency, because there is no transparency, but flawless surface on the aluminum foil is fundamental for the final result, along with the low moisture residue. Well, the market is the market for the consumer goods, so we move it from the flexible packaging. It is used for this kind of application. We, beside the different material, have also chosen a different coating system. This morning we had pressurized chamber Dr. Blade. We now have semi-flexo coating of water-based, starch-based lamination adhesive. Just to say the differences, this morning we were talking regarding water-based pressure-sensitive adhesive by Synthomer. Today this is a completely different characteristic of adhesive because the application is totally different. What's fundamental for the result? One characteristic is the perfect footprint between the rollers. So the capability of the trolley to adjust the position, the gap and the skewing to have the perfect and the optimal footprint is the first characteristic to obtain high quality. The second characteristic is to be as perfect to have wet lamination uniform, because we have much lower coating weight than this morning. Flotation drying, because we saw that the residual moisture is still important also for this product as well. And high-speed automated splice on the run. What have we chosen? We say different material, we chosen different coating system. The principle is in the top right corner as in this morning. BOBST semi-flexion coating trolley with vertical pan feeding. What does it mean? That the feeding is coming from the pan under the roller number 2. The roller number 2 is the metering roller that is bringing the adhesive from the pan. Between the roller number 2 and the roller number 3, steel based, you have the shear for the adhesive to smooth the flatness. And then the roller number 3 is the coating roller that applies the adhesive on the aluminum foil. Configurable gap and repeatable footprint is fundamental for this kind of application when you want to repeat the job, because every parameter can be locally adjusted and you can repeat the same position. Until you don't change or you groove the rubber of the roller number 2 or the roller number 2, you are going to repeat. Thin and even coating is the fundamental result for the adhesive itself, and adjustable coating weight for the fine tuning, because the rough tuning you do with the preparation of the gap. Then the differential speed between the roller number 2 and the roller number 3 and roller number 4 that are all driven are giving you just the last fine-tuning for the amount of coating weight applied. Well, going forward, this morning we saw which part of machine have we used for the first run. This run we changed something. Aluminum unwinder is this one at my left, where aluminum is coming up. The coating unit behind me with the semi-flexo coating system. We are using the secondary paper unwinder, which is located here beside, not the one that we had on the line. Because we are using the roller number 5 and number 6 as the laminating group on wet lamination, so we are laminating before drying. Then we are passing through the air flotation dryer to remove the moisture, cooling roller and the exit of the web pad before the last box, so different web pad from this morning, cooling down and rewinder. So just to show you, to familiarize with the web path, the blue one is the primary web, the red one is the secondary web, the wet laminator on top, draw group and tension separation is fundamental for the perfect lamination application, vacuum roller to separate the tension toward the air flotation dryer, no longer the cooling air flotation system because it's not needed, and we are using the cooling rollers to cool down the web before the rewinder. Okay, characteristic of the job. Aluminium 8 micron on the primary unwinder. Adhesive, water-based, starch-based, 1.2 gram per square meter, 10% solid, which means 11 to 12 gram wet, supplied by Henkel, which is the supplier, our partner for this test. Machine glazed paper, 40 gram per square meter on the secondary web. Semi-flexo coating, forward mode, this morning we were running in reverse coating direction. Cylinder speed, we said regarding the importance, cylinder number 2 is running at the 20% of the line speed. The cylinder number 3 is running at the 35% of the running speed to create the right shear for this configuration of application. Wet lamination, final residual of the moisture below 5%. Speeding up respect to this morning, we can arrive up to 500 meters per minute running speed to achieve flattened surface, flawless without any defect. There is no print, but the quality of the surface is fundamental for the result.
Thanks, Gianni. I think they are quickly recovering the machine. Now we still have a few minutes before the film is ready on the machine, so I will take the opportunity of this 5-10 minutes for maybe a contribution from the head of the business unit WebFed, Stefan Merz, who is here with us today. So if you can join me for a couple of questions. Thanks for being here, Stefan.
Hello.
And well, basically, the WebFed has been known since many years in the market to be focused in flexible packaging industry and market segments. Now, is this investment in coating and with the pilot line aimed at diversifying BOBST business into other market segments in the near future?
Absolutely. So we see a big potential outside the flexible packaging market. So in other segments like industrial applications, special tapes, what you have seen, or batteries. But of course, these are applications which require deep process knowledge and process understanding, and this is why we invested here in our new baby in Leonardo.
Thanks. So I guess at this point that also synergies with the other product lines. We've seen gravure laminating on the room side. So how would you describe the importance of the synergies between the different product lines?
So first of all, as Detlef Merklinger said this morning, the product line coating is relatively young, but has grown its competence and its business based on long experience what we had already here in San Giorgio, coating and laminating. So we knew the web handling, drying, etc. So then we decided to invest in R&D teams, and together with our research and development competence and customer projects, we developed new technologies like coating systems or drying systems. And there are also other product lines that benefit, like laminating. We see it on the CL850, which use also now the chambered doctor blade. Also top coating for solutions for our colleagues in BOBST Manchester for the vacuum metallizing. So yes, we have a huge potential for synergies.
Thanks. Then last question, maybe I think everyone will agree that this line looks really impressive, but I would say that even more impressive are the surroundings, so the new competence center, the new buildings for manufacturing, new offices, new reception, so everything has been renewed, enlarged in San Giorgio, and it looks really tailored to offer a unique experience to the customers that are coming here, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. But first of all, I have to say this is a commitment of the BOBST Group, not only in this site, in this location, but also in the product lines, in the technology, and most important, in the people and their skills here. So this is why we have invested, and you see it now in the competence center, you see it Leonardo, you see the administration. So all this is a strong commitment of BOBST Group. And at the end, why we are doing this? It's to welcome our customers here, but also to do demos and to do together research and development work, so that we can prove you we understand the market needs and we can develop solutions and to prove our customers BOBST is the right choice.
Thank you so much. Now let me just check, you can stay here if you want. Let me just check with our technicians if you are ready to restart or if... "10 minutes more?" Okay, so what we can do, I suggest, if you want to take some samples, we have prepared the reels in the back. You have the label that we did in the morning, and you see also the wet lamination reel that has been prepared. So if you want to take the opportunity of having some samples, we just need a few minutes, or you can take a short break and then be back in 10 minutes. We will be ready to start. Sorry for the inconvenience, but it happens. Okay, we should be ready to restart. So now the machine is at 20 meters. We try again the sequence. We had a problem with the aluminum reel. As you saw, the splice was okay, but we broke the aluminum. It can happen. We are sorry for that. Okay, please start the line. It will go at 50 meters as before, and then we will start the adhesive application on the film before switching to the aluminum. When we are ready, you tell me it's okay. Marco, you can start the coating. Thanks. Let's lower the pressure roller. Okay, so now we started coating on film, and now we will change the reel to the aluminum. Now the aluminum has been threaded over the machine. So what we will do now, we will wait until the aluminum reaches the rewinder so that we can splice here and start a new reel with a laminated material that we will bring out and show you the samples at the end. So just wait a couple of seconds that the aluminum reaches the rewinder, and then we will ramp up the line at first to 200 meters and then 500. We do it in 2 steps because we need some time to heat up the dryer, which right now is at 50 degrees, we need to go up to 150 degrees, so it will take some seconds to heat up. But at first, we change the reel on the rewinder. When you're ready, Andrea, you can go, you can change. Okay, now we start a new reel. And you can accelerate the line. Yes, you can go. Please set it to 200 and then heat up the dryer. It will take some seconds, so in this time frame I would like to show you what's happening inside of the dryer. So you can bring me on the screen the internal view of the dryer so we can check the web handling inside. It's difficult to see because the material is inside and it's a little bit dark, but you see on the left you can see the material floating between the nozzles. And then maybe we can bring the consumption page so that we can also check what we did this morning, the consumption data of the machine. Maybe go to the gas air demand because we could not see it. Or the energy meters if you prefer. You see on the upper left corner the speed, which is now 200. So we have to wait some time until the machine heats up. Now we are at 80 degrees. We need to reach how much, Andrea? 150. So it will take a couple of minutes. You can switch the pages of the energy if you want, so you can give an overview on all the parameters that we have on the machine. Let's go inside the coating unit and let's have a look to what's happening in... Sorry. As we did this morning, just pay attention. So you can see here, as we did this morning, now clearly the trolley is different. This morning we had a pressurized chamber ductor blade. Now we have a vertical semi-flexo. Also in this case you can see uncoated area on both sides. The system is different, but you can see how the aluminum is treated. And you can see up there, between roller 5 and 6, the lamination nib. So you see the paper, this 40 GSM paper which is coming from the top, the aluminum with the adhesive from the bottom, and the wet lamination. Then the material is going up to the dryer to dry the adhesive from the paper. Let's check the dryer temperature. (120), so some few seconds more. You can stay on the coating unit if you want. Then we will ramp up the machine at 500. We will leave it some seconds or 1 minute at full speed, and then we can stop and the demo will be finished. Right, we can see now the gas flow. Now the meters are functioning. It was the one that we could not see this morning when the burners were not started yet. So on the left counter, you can see which is the consumption of gas of the burners that we have installed on the dryer, as Gianni had explained you this morning. And you see on top what was the job data of the previous reel that we did. So what was the energy consumption to produce the previous reel. We are almost at 150. You're okay? So please accelerate to full speed the machine. So now we ramp up at 500. You can stay on this page if you want, so you can see the speed on the upper left corner. Or maybe you can switch to the electric power, maybe better, so that we can check how the power of the machine is changing once we ramp up. The dryer will not change, but the web handling will increase according with the speed. $350. There's another thing that I would like you to consider, which is the noise level of the machine. Now clearly I have an audio system which is powerful, but I think you can talk among yourselves and really feel that this is a big line, but the sound level, the noise level is relatively low, and we are really satisfied with all the works that our engineers have done on the insulation, mainly of the ventilation, which is the most where the most of the noise is coming from. So we have now reached 500, which is the target speed of this job. We can leave it maybe 30 seconds, then when you are ready, now we are preparing the splice on the rewinder, so now we have brought the reel, the finished reel is coming here on the outlet. So the finished reel is coming out. And once the sequence will be stopped, you can splice, Andrea, and then we can stop the machine. We will open up the bands here, so once the machine is stopped, you can stay here now and ask questions about the machine. Now the splicing group is getting closer, so a few seconds and we can splice. You are ready? When you want, Andrea, you can go. Very well, I think you can stop the machine. I would like to invite...
We can have a look to the deceleration power consumption.
Yeah, you can see there the deceleration as we did this morning. So the torque of the motor, the machine now is braking to reach a full stop. So you see the torque is decreasing and the braking torque of the other motors is increasing. Now this demo is finished. I would like to invite the team here. So please, you can come all here. And I would like to invite you to a round of applause for our guys. They did a great job and they recovered from the situation. So thank you. You did a great job. Thank you so much. Arturo, come here. Thanks, guys. Great job, really, thanks.
Thank you very much.
I would like also to show you, before we end, what we have behind the curtain, because clearly we've been here presenting the machine, but behind there's a lot of people working behind the scenes, and I think they deserve also. Thank you, guys. You've been working. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Audio, video,
Thank you so much.
Art director, everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks. It was a great show. And now the demo is over. We can open here, so you're welcome to come. Machine is safe now. Okay, so thank you so much. You can come close. You can see the machine, ask questions, or take samples. And we are pleased to answer to all of your questions.